the movie Fight Club. The movie Fight Club, as most of y'all have seen it, is not just about underground fights and self-destruction. It's a brutal wake-up call about self-improvement, consumerism, and what it really means to let go. At first glance, it seems like a story about self-destruction, toxic masculinity, and hurting others. But it's actually about breaking free from your old character to a new developed identity. Tyler Durden preaches a form of radical self-acceptance. Stop chasing perfection, stop self-improvement as society sells it. It's just often another trap. Endless cycles of just buying shit, trying to get validation from others, and chasing more status. But Fight Club suggests that real growth comes from destroying the illusion of control. You don't have to be in charge of everything. You don't have to be perfect. Just let go. The first time when I ever watched this movie was about, I think, a year ago. And I know, a year ago is like so recent. Most of y'all would say, yo, you've been living under a rock. And I totally agree. It was a friend of mine who recommended me, yo, go watch Fight Club, without us realizing how deep actually the movie is. And the moment I watched it, it became my favorite movie of all time. And a lot of my self-improvement content that I actually share on YouTube comes from that movie. And I've learned that style of self-improvement through this movie, Fight Club. Now, if you haven't seen this movie, bro, I highly suggest you go watch it before you actually watch this video. So let's say you haven't watched Fight Club yet. Bro, I don't care about no views. I don't care about no money. Just click off the video right now, go watch Fight Club, and then come back to this video right here so that you know what I'm actually talking about. So let's go over the 5 lessons that I've personally learned from Fight Club that increased my progress and also my fulfillment in life in self-improvement. So let's get into the first lesson, and that is everything you own ends up owning you. Most of us think that when we own more things, this makes us more fulfilled. But this couldn't be more further from the truth. The reality is, when you have everything on earth, and listen, I'm not speaking from my own experience here. I do not have everything. But let's say you do. Slowly but surely, all these material objects will start to become your identity. And without them, you aren't anything no more. You have to realize that you are still your own person regardless of what you have or what you don't have. If you have that nice fast car, yeah, okay, nice. But that's not you. You have to break loose and actually break free from this trap that you are currently in. Most of you watching even this video, people who are broke, same thing. All the little things that they have, that is what their identity is. I wouldn't say to me, to myself, that I have anything right now in my possession that identifies who I am today. The only thing that identifies who I am today is the way I think, my actual thoughts and beliefs, and the way I look. And that is it. And even the way you look can then become an attachment to your life that you have to get rid of. Most of y'all don't understand that, for instance, your hair, your clothing, the shit that you wear, your body could be something that you're attached to, that you think, without these things, I am nobody. But you have to create a new identity that strives in every single aspect of life, even when he's flat broke and even when he doesn't have anything to his name, such as material possessions or money. I've seen a lot of people around me, and I'm gonna think of a specific story. I'm not gonna name any names, but I've seen it happen a lot of times in my own eyes, that when certain people own certain things, they can't let go of that certain thing. And what do I mean with that? That certain thing becomes literally their God. They worship these things. They worship the material possessions. They don't worship God or their actual progress. Nah, the only thing they actually worship and that they want to keep, that they put on a pedestal, is all the things that they own. And this is the exact reason why Tyler Durden states, everything you own ends up owning you. If you are attached to a certain thing, and it's going to be very hard to let go, you are effectively being owned by that thing. I'll give you a quick example on my hair back in the day, right? Back in the day, I had dreadlocks. I haven't had short hair. Most of y'all know me from the short hair without dreads, right? But not so long ago, I still had these long dreads down to my chest right here. You can see a picture right here, right? And every single time I thought about cutting it off, I just got this scare type of feeling. It's like, yo, I need to cut off my dreads. I need to cut off my dreads. Or maybe if I cut off my dreads, I will look better or whatever. You know, I was attached to my dreads. But the moment my girl put this belief into my head, like, yo, what would happen right now if you would cut off your dreads? Nothing would happen. It's no problem if you really just detach from your old self and become a new person. And now that I've done it, I feel way more free because I don't have this thing on my head that I'm so attached to. Please understand, your car, your wallet, your money, your girlfriend, your house, every single type of dollar you own, every single type of clothing brand that you wear is not you. That is not you. Who you are is not your name, is not your body, it's your soul. Whatever people can't see. Can I see your soul? Can I see the way you think? Can I see your actual spirit? I can't see those things, but that is who you are. And it's not about what you wear or who you are actually presenting to the world. It's about who you are deep from the inside, which most people do not have a single clue of. Then we have lesson number 2. It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. This has a very deep meaning. The moment when we let go of these material possessions, material obsessions, the lifestyle inside of our head, we start being free, because that implies on that you have nothing to lose. And of course, I'm not telling you to be a loser, homeless guy who has nothing, who can't provide for no one, who can't do shit. I'm not telling you to be that type of guy. But what I am telling you to be is to be your own person, where you are detached from everything that you have, where nothing even owns you no more. The only thing that owns you is God. Then you can literally do anything, because that makes us a free man. If you want to become a free man, you need to be able to let go of the small things that you're still holding on to, such as the material obsessions and such as even other people. Because the thing that we not realizing on a day-to-day basis is that a lot of people nowadays, they control our minds. Now, what do I mean with control our minds? You know, are you talking shit like they not controlling me? I still got my own mind. Yeah, you're right. But most people, they plant these little thoughts into your mind every single day without you even realizing. And it's slowly but surely destroying the way you think and destroying yourself. This is a version of self-destruction that no one talks about. It's about hanging out with the wrong people every single day. This is going to be destructing your life later down the line. And most of you, especially the teenagers nowadays, don't realize that. I had a couple of friends back in the day who could not let go of them old friends that they had. And guess what? They end up dealing drugs. They end up smoking. They end up doing some fuck shit for money. They end up fucking every type of bitch that is available to fuck. They're doing all these type of self-destruction habits that they not really realizing that it's actually self-destruction. Back when I was a kid, I already knew what I wanted to do in my life. I knew when I was 7, 8, 9 years old that I wanted to do content and that I wanted to work for myself instead of work for a boss the entire day. And I always said, I am never going to smoke. I'm never going to drink. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. And guess what? I'm 20 years old. I've never touched a cigarette, never even gotten drunk. Most people who are 20 years old have already touched cocaine, have already touched weed, have already touched. They don't even know the names of it, bro. It's embarrassing. I was sitting with this guy who I was friends with a long time ago, telling about all types of drugs that he had done. I was getting embarrassed, bro. I was like, holy shit, is this where the world is going towards now? People who are 18, 16, 17 years old don't even know what they're fucking taking in every single day. But that is cool in the eyes of others. So the moment you hang out in this certain type of friend circle who is doing the same thing over and over again, such as drugs, such as pornography, such as weed, smoking, drinking, partying, all these short-term habits that they don't get fulfillment from. Now you are slowly starting to be that person. Now you have to detach yourself as fast as you can from this group and find a like-minded group in order to rebuild your identity. You have to create an alter ego for yourself in order to be a new person. This is exactly why I have created the Free Improvement Club. The Improvement Club is all for free, where people just join every single day. Every single week, we have 2 calls where we're going to talk about our own personal struggles and goals and self-improvement journey. If you're interested in that, go over there right now and go find some friends in the self-improvement space. You can find a friend group today. It's the top link in the description, and you can just join all for free. Lesson number 3, break the rules to become exceptional. In the movie Fight Club, which I think most of y'all didn't even realize if you have watched Fight Club, the beautiful thing about this scene where, spoilers alert by the way, I don't want to spoil anything, but you should have watched the movie, bro. They're in this underground place where they have the fights, right? Where they basically host the fights every fucking night. Tyler says, I see a lot of new faces, which means a lot of you have been breaking the first 2 rules of Fight Club. And what is the first 2 rules of Fight Club? Don't talk about Fight Club. What does that mean? He says, a lot of you have been breaking the rules of Fight Club. But guess what? The rules were meant to be broken, or else there were not going to be any new members in Fight Club. So he knew that was like a reinforcement. As like, yo, new people need to join Fight Club. But I'm telling you not to break rule 1, which is don't talk about Fight Club. So other people were still talking about Fight Club. So the cult grew and grew and grew. And that was exactly the purpose. He reinforced the people to break rules in today's society to achieve a new identity. I'm sorry, bro, but if you're going to be living in today's world thinking that you're going to be following every single nitty-gritty rule in order to achieve your dreams, you're wrong. And of course, yes, bro, follow the laws, be respectful towards people, you know, don't get in trouble. I do agree with that. But when it comes to the norm that people hold you accountable to, break free from it. Learn to do your own thing. Learn to break free from everything that people are telling you to do. Listen, when your friends or parents are telling you to follow this specific route of life, right? This specific roadmap that you need to follow, that everyone everyone tells you to do. Break free from it. Hop into your own box and fucking start building in there. Start doing your own thing. Start making a new map and go towards there. Be the one that is actually gonna hop out of the box that everyone else is in. To be exceptional, you have to literally be, by definition, the exception. The exception means that you have to do everything that nobody else is doing. And guess what? That basically means that you need to break rules. In order to achieve a new type of identity, you need to do something different than the average human being. Because guess what? I guess if you're watching this video, you don't want to become like the average human being. You don't want to become the mediocre human being who is telling you to follow a job and go to the corporate job and then follow what the boss is saying and then basically work until you're dead, have children, all of these things that they are telling you to do every single day in order to achieve some type of mediocre life. If you don't want that life, stop listening to those rules and break free from them and do your own thing. Then lesson number 4, learn to live in chaos. I think everybody, and I mean everybody, should try their best to achieve their goals every single day. Totally fine. But what do I secretly want to happen? That you're going to fall flat on your face while trying it. Let's say you buy a course today on trying to make money. It costs fucking $20,000. You spend all your money on it and you don't make a thing from it. And now you're $20,000 in debt. Now you live without a safety net. Now you're living like your back is against the wall where you can't do anything. You have to change. People need to realize that failing in whatever they're trying to do is needed to go from level 1 to level 2. And when you are at level 2, when you are in the process from level 2 to level 3, you should fail in there too to achieve level 3. That is where your learning curves are. That is where you're going to be learning from. The moment you fall flat on your face and you need to get up, that is what I basically mean with what I always say at the end of the video: make the sacrifice and stay resilient. You want to make the sacrifice, so do it, so chase that goal. But the moment where you fall flat on your face, you want to stay resilient. Now, what does this mean? You want to bounce back up and you want to get to where you was and then keep on fucking going without you changing the next action that you're going to make because you failed. Failure doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is falling, but then learning from the fall. You're not going to be falling flat on your face and saying, damn, bro, glad that's over. Nah, you're going to be falling and saying, damn, what happened? You're going to be looking behind you like, what happened? What is the reason why I failed? And then you're going to be analyzing so that next time you won't make the same mistake again. You will be making some new ones, but you won't be making the same mistake over and over again. After you have fell down on the same thing for 20 times, the 21st time, you're going to fucking smash it like you are the winner. And that is what every man should do. Then we have lesson number 5, which also ties in with lesson number 4. To grow, you must suffer. In order to see growth in your life, you have to embrace the suffering phases in your life. You cannot do anything about it. If you decide, I'm going to go to the gym for the up and coming year, every single day, in that journey, what do you expect it to feel like? What do you expect it to be? Do you expect that it's going to be easy for the entirety of the fucking year? No, it's not. The reason why is because you're going to be suffering along the way. You're going to be sore. You're going to not know what to do. You're going to basically feel fucked up because you have been beating down your body every single day. Let's say you have a part-time job on the side and you still need to go to work. Let's say you have a full-time job and you need to wake an hour earlier before you start your work session so that you can work out before. That is all pain, but a man only grows from that. There is no way, no reason, no possible way that a man is going to grow from not suffering. A man will always grow from basically the real difficult turmoil phases in his life. It is impossible to grow as a man without this phase. Have you ever seen a man who has achieved everything, self-made, but it was all easy as hell? Of course not. That is delusional. To think that you're going to achieve everything with ease is going to be delusional. There are no shortcuts and there are no easy way outs. The only real way that men learn is through hard-hitting life lessons, which is the same for all of us. And that is how it's always going to be. Be prepared for it and be happy about it, because the only reason why we learn daily anyways is because hard situations. Your girl left you. Well, guess what? Now for the next girl that you're going to meet, you're going to be more cautious of things. You're going to be realizing more mistakes that you made in the past and realize, like, yo, I'm not making those again. So was that breakup really bad? Actually, it was a lesson all along. And that's the same thing with everything. When you lose money, when you fail at making a YouTube channel, when your girl leaves you. So out of these 5 lessons, which one, be very completely honest with me, which one are you actually going to implement in your life for these next 7 days? Learn to think about them every single day and realize, yo, these are actually really beneficial for my life. This is the reason why Fight Club is a real movie that people can watch. It's to learn from that movie. I highly suggest you go watch that movie right now and actually study the film and actually study what is being said in there, because you will definitely benefit from it. And again, before you click off, go to the top link in the description and join the free improvement club, and I'll teach you anything about that I've basically just been teaching you here. So I'll see you inside, and as always, make the sacrifice and stay resilient.